It's a 291 wheelbase on both of them. They're technically an ISX Signature 600 Cummins. They're kind of mixed together. They're Terry's little what do I want to say? His little combination. Yeah, it's his little combination that he puts together. They're 18-speed transmissions. They were also new. 3 1/4 rear ends, 22 low pro, all Michelin's around, and
year
20. They're 2020 trucks. They're put on the road in. This one was put on the road in April, and then mine was put on the road at the end of June of last year. So mine's got 193 on it, roughly, and he's got 205,000 on them. So
that's great.
We didn't jack them up in the back of the shop and let the wheels turn.
I heard that. I heard that. No, that's good, man. Okay, what does this mean right here? Daddy's co-pilot. Who's Emma?
We don't talk about that. I get a little sensitive.
Oh, okay.
That's my little girl.
I love it. I love it.
Yep.
That's why you do what you do?
Yep.
I love it, man. We can leave it at that.
I got a little boy at home too. I haven't got his name on it.
He's have to work pretty damn hard.
Mom, Dad, and our uncles, if anybody says that they didn't help us, we're lying, because they did help us, but
we were given, I'll put it this way, we were given an opportunity. Just go make, just go make, you're not going to get it given to you, but if you want to put in 100 hours a week, go put 100 hours a week in, you know, and that's what they did. That was what we were given. We were given an opportunity, and we didn't have, you know, we kind of were raised with the mentality of, if you ain't working your ass off, you're kind of a pile of shit. So,
and that's just the way we were raised, I guess.
These are our hobbies. So
no, I can see that, you know, and we talked off camera. What did Grandpa say about people that say that they work hard?
Grandpa and Dad always said, if you got to tell somebody how hard you work, you really ain't working that hard.
Yep.
Boom. What's going on, Mother Truckers? Welcome to the Asian My Show. We're here today at the No Coast Larcar Truck Show. We got two brothers here, man. You know, and I thought you guys had some beautiful rides, and I just knew that there had to be a story about you guys. And I just want to set the premise that no, they are not trust fund babies. No, their mom didn't just give them some money to buy some trucks. And yes, they're working their ass off for their family.
Yep.
So that's pretty much the start of it. What do you think?
Yep.
Pretty accurate.
Yep.
Pretty accurate. Before we start talking about these beautiful trucks, why don't we introduce ourselves? We'll start with the left to right.
I'm Matt Stratman. I'm the older brother.
You're the older brother?
Yep.
But why is he the taller one?
You know, I said that at his wedding too. It was a real bitch to grow up with a little brother that was bigger than me. That kind of held true to this day still.
I love it. And your name, brother?
Alex Stratman. I'm 28.
28.
Yep, I'm 30.
So 20 and 30 years old.
Yep.
You know, so let's set the record straight and let's tell people what this is all about. You know, how the hell did you guys get into trucking, and how did you guys get to the point where you guys can have something amazing like what you have in front of us right now?
Pretty much our mother and uncles and our dad even kept us. They started us working when we were 10 and 8. He was kind of always my sidekick, and
Started out mowing lawns.
Yep.
Mowing lawns.
Yep, we mowed lawns, and we kind of learned how to polish. We got mom and her two brothers. We got a fleet of, I suppose at that time it was 20 trucks, I suppose, of their own. And every summer, we basically once a week we'd take one of the trucks out when a guy was on vacation. We'd learn how to polish and wax them up, and then we started doing it for other people that pulled for us, and it just, that's kind of how we got the appreciation of how to keep a truck up. And then of course we both had to start driving them. And then,
now, was it at first, because when it's a family business, right, is it a little bit forced, like,
yeah,
Mom, I kind of want to do something different, I don't want to get into trucking?
She knew we loved trucks. It was just, we damn sure didn't want to polish all summer long, but we
When we were
did.
done polishing, we had to take them up on the hill for Mom to look at to make sure they were approved.
Yep, Mom had to inspect them every time.
Man.
Yep.
Oh man, so really humble beginning. So, you know, fast forward, when did you guys get your CDL then?
18.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the day I turned 18, Dad rode up to New Hampton with me, and I was arrested. The lady said to me when we were driving around, she says, "This isn't your first time driving." I'm like, "Absolutely it is," but I mean, we'd been driving around for. We were
private property.
Yeah,
Dad and Grandpa showed us how to drive a truck before we knew how to drive a vehicle.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we were driving semis around the grain elevator in the fall and just all year long. God, I don't know. I must have only been 10, and I know he wasn't.
10, 11 years, we both probably started driving around the elevator. And
we transferred corn we got a grain elevator, and we transferred corn from one of the elevators, down, I don't know.
We dry the corn up top, and then we'd have to take it down below the storage.
So that's kind of how we learned how to drive, I guess.
So starting at literally 13 years old.
Yep, at most. Yeah.
At most.
Yeah.
I love it. So, fast forward now, how many years of experience you guys got?
I've got, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose I got 12 and probably, I don't know,
can you imagine that?
1.5 miles, I suppose.
1.5 million miles?
Yep.
At 30 years old?
Yep.
I'm 10 years of driving, and I had this GPS since day one, and it's tracked my miles, and I'm at 800 and something.
So you guys aren't playing around?
No.
So what were your first trucks?
We both got stuck with our pink. Our uncles love pink. It's like a metallic pink or whatever. It's kind of their color, and we both got stuck with them. And I mean, we took care of them. They were always the shiniest pink truck you ever seen on the road. And
was an 06
Yep,
FLD 120 with a setback axle.
Yep. Hey, that ain't a bad start.
No, we started with them, and then I got a new Coronado Freightliner that I drove for them still, and I put, I don't know what the hell was that, 500,000 miles on that in 3 years, and then I got my Peterbilt, and he got his Peterbilt. We bought our own trucks, brand new glider kits from 12 gauge up in Canada, and
sheesh.
And
put
them together and run them for 3 years, and and then we ordered these just before we could stop getting gliders. These are like two of the last 10 Kenworth W900s to come off the line of the gliders.
Wow.
Otherwise we probably wouldn't even have them if they wouldn't be the last one, but we had a good friend that was in charge of the glider program at Harrison and Waterloo, and he got us
companies now.
Yeah, he started us in it, he got us our number, and our cousins got one of them too. He ain't here, but it's the same spec as this, basically, just gray with purple stripes on it. But
that's great, man. So when you guys first got your first truck and you had to go out on your own, what was it like trying to get a loan?
We're very fortunate that we worked with a small bank, local.
It's still one of them old banks that
you go by, then you call.
Yeah,
you go by, then you call.
Well, it's your family's. He knew that I will say that our family helped us there. I guess he knew from where we came from there was no option to fail. We will pay that loan back. So
in the fall time we hauled corn away from him. So
yeah,
I mean,
he's known us our whole life.
Yeah. So having opportunities are great. I would say all you mother truckers out there, if you have opportunities, take them, man, because everyone in life, I don't care who you are, if you want to make yourself successful on any top of the line level, you're gonna have to get some help at some point. Now, getting some help and getting things given to you are two different things.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so I could tell just by talking to you two that it's not mommy's money. You guys have to work pretty damn hard.
Mom, Dad, and our uncles, if anybody says that they didn't help us, we're lying, because they did help us, but
we were given, I'll put it this way, we were given an opportunity of, here's all the work you want. Just go make, you're not going to get it given to you, but if you want to put in 100 hours a week, go put 100 hours a week in, and that's what they did. That was what we were given. We were given an opportunity, and we didn't have, we kind of were raised with the mentality of, if you ain't working your ass off, you're kind of a pile of shit. So, I mean,
we don't have hobbies. We work, and mean, that's
And
just the way we were raised, I guess.
These are our hobbies. So
No, I can see that, you know, and we
Yep.
talked off camera. What did Grandpa say about people that say that they work hard?
Grandpa and Dad always said if you got to tell somebody how hard you work, you really ain't working that hard.
Boom. I love that right there.
Well, that's just your regular 2020 Kenworth W9 glider. My two favorite colors, my last truck was purple, and I always liked red. So I decided I was going to put them two together. I didn't know what it was going to turn out looking like. So we ordered it with I ordered it with the purple and the red frame or whatever, and then it come in, and when they painted the stripe or whatever, they had to paint, you know, from the roof caps down, purple it. Well, then on my roof caps, it ended up still being primer showing to the factory. So I had the whole truck and everything repainted from day one, and so that's about what we did there. Just repainted it all, painted from the sleeper back or in between the tanks back, repainted the frame rails. It's about the most of the paint, you know. We got 12 gauge grill, ROK visor, 12 gauge breather straps.
Let's walk it. Let's walk it.
I got my new warranty shift turn signals at home. I didn't get them put on. Just 12 gauge air cleaner brackets, straps, breather screens, 12 gauge light kit, 12 gauge slip covers, 7-inch Dynaflex long drop elbows for the 40-inch boxes. What do we got? Iowa Customs deck plate, Hogue built fenders, the standard. Ordered it with just 2 lights on the outside of the sleeper, and I ended up drilling the 5 so that they matched my clearance lights.
Yeah, that was good.
And then I got an Iowa Customs T bumper, or reverse T, whatever you guys want to call it. Put the watermelons in the bottom there so they match the back of the sleeper and the clearance lights. Got the full deck plate in it. Got a hidden PTO for when we pull tankers. That's what the shaft is, hanging out the back.
Oh yeah.
Nothing too special. It's
Nothing
just
too special. Okay, what does this mean right here?
Daddy's
Daddy's co-pilot. Who's Emma?
We don't talk about that. I get a little sensitive.
Oh, okay.
That's my little girl.
I love it. I love it.
Yep.
That's why you do what you do?
Yep.
I love it, man. We can leave it at that.
I got a little boy at home too. I haven't got his name on yet.
We gotta put his name.
Yep, I got to get that done. That's all paint. Hugh Hoffman from Marion, Iowa. He painted all my names and everything on it. He did all the painting. I just haven't got Wyatt's name put on. He's only 6 weeks old, so I got to get Wyatt's name put on the sleeper yet too. But
That's great. You know, it's not about. I don't want to push the envelope on that, but is that why you truck drive for your kids?
yep.
That's great, man. That's great, man. That's what it's about right there. So, older brother, pop the hood. What the heck we got going on here?
Got an expensive piece of iron in there. Just your regular Signature 6 Cummins. Terry's over at Dyersville, Iowa, built that for us. Used to have a 14-liter Detroit in my OP, and that was, a lot of people don't like Detroit, but I thought that was the best motor ever made. That thing was an ass-eating machine. But I wanted something different, so we got this, had it built, put it on the dyno over there. It's putting 636 to the ground. So nothing special, but something different. I like it. Everybody's into their Caterpillar, and I'm not a Caterpillar guy, so I wasn't doing anything besides a cat. So
No, I heard that. We don't have to push that envelope, but there are guys that like what they like, right?
there's guys that they like it. Now, Dad, he's a diehard. There's nothing besides a Caterpillar in his mind. So I got a Horst air ride front end on it. The guys down there, HD Equipment, Jay Hawthorne and Guthrie, I can't think of his last name, starts with W. They put the air ride front end on for me down there.
Yeah, those good friends of mine.
Yep. So they did all that for me, the front end. They're good guys down there. All the lights on the truck are UP or Grand General. All the watermelons are UP. The button lights on the side sleeper are Grand General. All the 12 gauge stuff come from Nick Kimball up there at AMK Truck Parts in Pewaukee, Wisconsin, I think is what it is.
Yeah, Nick's a good dude too.
Yep, he did all that. Inside's nothing ungodly special. It's dirty.
Nothing special.
I had the interior was done from factory at 2B's upholstery, I think it is, out in Seattle. When they built the truck, they just switched the buttons out to red. Had the floor put in from 12 gauge when they built it. Pedals are from Lifetime. Had all the gauge bezels put on. Them are from Lifetime. Just had the dash and panels painted to match the truck.
That's great, man.
Sunroof was put in down there when they built the truck.
Looking good, brother.
Other than that, it's just your
Normal,
basic.
basic, international pro star.
I don't have any hobbies, so I kind of decided that I was gonna make this
Oh,
my hobby.
man.
So I mean, people say it's a little excessive, but I don't know. There's not a lot of pride in trucking anymore, so people don't take a lot of pride in trucking anymore. They just out to make money, and I have a hard time going down the road with it. I don't know, that resembles you. You get out of the customer, if you have a nice looking truck, dressed presentable, I feel like you get treated a little bit better.
Walk in and tell us what you've done.
Well, I got an identical truck to him, basically. It's 2020 W900 glider. A couple different things I did was I got just a factory grill painted green to kind of flow with the green from the center of the truck into it. And I put 11 stainless grill bars in it instead of them ones from the factory that don't shine. Put a Valley Chrome bumper on it. Bent it day one, so that was fun.
Bent it the first day. What'd you hit?
Literally a pad in town that I've drove over a dozen times, but that was the day I was going to hit it, I guess. So, got everything painted on here from Harrison. Well, it was Harrison. It's always going to be Harrison to us boys. We grew up with it. It's Harrison. They got bought out. It's Truck Center now. They painted everything on it. There's no stickers, no nothing. You can barely feel the lines. So they did it.
Look at that, guys. So that's a paint job right there. And you can't feel the lines, right?
Yep.
That's great.
Yep. And more or less we both did. Jesse Jensen out of Riceville, Iowa. We kind of bounce ideas off of him, and then we kind of just tweak his ideas a little bit, but he kind of come up with this design for me. I think it's 18-wheel graphics or something along them lines, but it's Jesse is who does it, and he kind of come up with this scheme for me, and then we kind of tweaked it a little bit and rounded these corners and pretty much did it that way. And I got a RLK visor, and literally pretty much we both got RLK visors, but everything else is 12 gauge. We're a big fan of Jim and Jeff up there at 12 gauge, and everything they do we think is the best. So
that's good.
That's kind of how we do it.
Good people over there.
Yep. We got 12 gauge slip covers, 12 gauge cabin sleeper panels. I'm not sure where Nick Kimball got them for, but usually you don't see them with the fat straps. You'll always see them with the skinny ones or whatever. So I remember how he did it. I just told him this is what I want. He got me the parts, and it looks good.
Love it.
Kind of the rest of the way back, I got these Josh Silver down at Silver Customs. If you want something off the wall that you could probably get somewhere else and it's going to be chintzy shit, just call Josh and he'll make it. And I always give him shit, when he makes this kind of stuff, it'll hold up the frame now, because he makes everything just over the top sturdy. So he did a good job there. Iowa Customs deck plate, same with Alex. Yeah. I wanted a little bit more lights in the back, so we still are matching the roof panel or whatever for the cab light setup, but I added the extra ones or whatever. So when the lights are orange, it's freaking orange back here. Polished the fifth wheel out.
Oh yeah, look at that fifth wheel. Ain't that nice?
WTI fenders, a little bit different from Alex. I got polished wheels on my truck. Yeah. And I regret it every time I come to a show because I gotta polish them, and it's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I heard that.
I got Forest 8 down in Joplin. They made that bar for me.
It's a beautiful
And
bar.
that matches the cab lights as well. That pattern there.
Yeah.
And then I pretty much pull this trailer every day. It's a 2020 ST&E, and it kind of matches my truck, but it looks good with, Alex will pull it once in a while, but usually I pull it every day. And I run for Cody Jaski most of the time, and we'll run pretty much all 48 states for him. And if it pays, we'll go chase around for whatever. It don't matter.
Yeah, I did a video with Cody the other day.
Yeah, and he always gives me shit. We got the Jaski light ring on the front. He's pretty much the only one that does the ring of lights around the front and the back, and then I got some extra ones down the side to kind of match. As far as the interior goes, I got a panel up in there that's the same as the cab roof lights again. The 5 in the middle, the ones on the outside. 2Bs did the same thing with my truck with the buttons. As far as the interior goes, it's kind of, the floor matches the stripes, and then same with Alex's, the sunroof, and Harrison did everything for us. Cut everything out.
It's beautiful.
As far as my hood goes, or my motor goes, Alex will tip my hood here. Same thing. Reason we went with Cummins, he kind of slipped on that, but we went with Cummins because we wanted a brand new motor. These are brand new pieced together motors. There's nothing remanufactured. There's nothing that's reused. Every piece on here is brand new. That's why we went with Cummins. Terry built them, 12 gauge, not 12 gauge, horse front end on it, and that's pretty much the truck, I guess. I mean,
No, that's good, brother. It's great that we're able to share your story.
yeah. Oh,
and
thank
just,
you.
Really get it out there. So now when people see you on the road, instead of them saying, "Hey, that's probably mommy's money," they're gonna say,
Probably some people are still gonna say that.
Oh,
We'll
probably,
say
yeah.
it. We'll never get away from that, probably.
That's
But
all
you know
right.
what? We know the way it is, and it ain't gonna change, and that's okay. We've just kind of grown to live with it, and
"Yeah,
it is what it
there's
is.
always worse things."
We could be called worse things, and probably have
We
been.
have been called worse things.
Yeah. So, but no, we're proud of
It's
what we
always
do.
something.
We take a lot of pride in this, and even though we're Stratmans, that Figgenbaum name on the side of our stuff
Yeah.
means a lot to us. Our grandpa meant a lot to us, and our uncles do, and our mom do. It's just, we're kind of that family operation that we can say what the hell we want about them, but don't nobody else. Like
Yeah.
the fangs are gonna come out, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
we take a lot of pride in that name. So
That's good, though.
yeah, I guess that's kind of the way it is, I guess. But,
Well, I appreciate you.
yeah.
Thanks for
we
being on the show.
appreciate you.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
that was an easy interview.
Yeah,
We're just
no.
talking.